basically to top up on our SSH. Today we were doing SSH, but user creation has actually given us a lot of troubles. We learned a lot as well in the user management of Linux. But we want to SSH into each other person's machine today. Okay, I want to top up on the SSH part. So we have created these users, and we've created a user for each person in this group, in this course today. And I want Abdullah to be able to access my machine. Okay. So what I explained to you is to be able to go into the house, what is my machine, you need a key. I need to give you a key. And I need to also um, give you the address of where. So if I want to go you to come into my house, which is my machine, I need to give you a key, or you need to give me a key, a lock, and I need to also tell you where your my address. So two things. Everybody can create a key. Everybody, okay? Everybody can create a key. One thing we should actually also do is in your machine. So go back to the Ubuntu user, and all you have to do is either type exit or Control D. Yeah. So I'm in Abdullah now. It tells me Abdullah. I'm in Abdullah. And if I Control D, it takes me out of Abdullah and it takes me back to Ubuntu. The reason why we do things as a Ubuntu user is Ubuntu user has the correct permissions, everything it needs to be able to do all the things we want to do. So we're going to create one user. That user will be upon. Everybody create a user for themselves. Okay. Everybody create a user for themselves as well. Okay. So you have Abdullah, you have whatever, you have whatever. You have. Create a user for yourself as well. So this is me. So I can go into me. Voila. This is my home folder. Upon. Yeah. So create a user for yourself in this machine. So if we cut etc password, upon is also there. My ID is 108, and I can do bash and blah blah. Okay. Clear. What I want you to do is everybody is going to create their own key and lock. Okay, everybody go into your your user, your own user, and create your own key and lock. Okay, so I will be they call it SSH key gen. SSH key gen, isn't it? Generate SSH key Linux. It's SSH key gen, but I think we probably might have to install SSH key gen. Or I'm typing around. Oh yes. So SSH dash key gen. Okay. That's it. Now we want to pass in some more information. We just don't want to do it today just like that. We want to pass in some more information. Okay. So what we do is we man SSH key gen. Man. No, I'll just go to Google. Quit. Um 1 minute. I have this information somewhere. Okay. Now we are going to create the type ED25519. Okay. So we're not just creating any SSH key gen, we're creating, but we need to add our host name to it. So we want to add our username or host name to it. No, yeah.
Okay.
Aha. So the minus C is minus capital C, yeah, and then you put it in your inverted commas and put your name upon, yeah. I'll copy this and put it there in the chat. Don't create it yet. Let me do it, and then if it works, we can all create it. Else, we'll have to be fixing problems. So, SSH keygen, we are using a specific type of key, and we are saying that please is for upon enter. We're going to call this key upon, yeah. Put your name in the key, okay. Upon, it asks you for passphrase. Don't add anything, just enter. I'm entering, entering, and voila, the key is created. Remember when we created the user, when we listed the folders, there was no SSH folder. Okay, it's still no SSH folder. So what has happened is it has created the key. You see, there's upon key and upon.pem, a pub key. It has created these two keys in the current folder for you, wherever. So here, when we got to this stage, it was telling us it wants to know where we want to put the key. We didn't specify anything. So any location where the location you run it from, that's where we will leave the key for you. Okay. So it's created two keys. One is upon with no extension, and there's one with extension. The public key is the extension one. Okay. So I want you to cut the public key. So upon dot pub. Yeah. Cut the public key, and it will give you this. Yeah. Okay. I want you to copy this. Everybody should copy this and put it in the chat and send. Everybody. I was going to start doing automation today with this process, but it seems the time is going too quick, too fast. Everybody, I'm expecting everybody to start giving me the file. Yeah, Paul, that's yours.
What? Paul, I thought you said we should. I didn't know we were supposed to follow up what you're doing.
Oh, at the beginning, before I started running it, I said, wait, let me run it if I find any problem. But I didn't get any problem, so I told people to continue. So if you haven't done it, just run this command, which I put in the chat. Follow the steps, and then find the file and send it to me.
Okay.
I'm going to make another cup of tea while you do that.
So you're finally finished?
No. No, that's a number. Hello. He was going to type. He started typing. Everything was typing on that. And then the typing stopped.
So it says enter file in which to save the key. What file is that? So Paul has done it. Paul, what file is that?
What do you mean? You're cutting the .pub file I was created.
Okay, so when you run the command SSH keygen blah blah blah, then it says enter the file in which to save the key.
You're entering your name. That would be the file name.
Does it? Is it just, let's say, your name or your name dot something?
Just your name.
And then it says enter passphrase.
No, don't enter one. Please enter until it is done.
Yeah.
Oh, 416. Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig. This is Peppa Pig. Okay, we could go.
People that even her own family would poison her.
Yeah. Jealousy for her, not for you.
Jumping up and down in my river. Splash, splish, splash, splash. Splish, splash, splash. How are you reading Christmas? No, she also wants Peppa Pig.
Can someone help me? What is the command to change to create what's the name? The password.
No, you don't. What do you mean?
Let me share my screen.
You don't put the password. Yeah, sure.
Let me share my screen.
No, you are.
So I'm a bit lost here.
So have you typed this command SSH keygen blah blah blah? Have you typed it?
The one he put in the group in the
Yes, the one in the group. Just copy and paste.
okay. The one with the phone.
Yeah. So you changed your phone to your name, I guess.
Yes.
So someone doesn't go there at all. That's all you have to do. So don't say I'm not going to go. Not all that. It's we need family. We need family. And people fight about problems.
This
You know
this command.
Do you have it done? Okay.
This command.
SSH keygen -t
Just
-c.
do enter.
Yes. So you hit enter. No, use a big C.
Oh, okay.
She's still investing in that. All the money. When she makes the attempts, she says,
That's what I got.
Yeah.
Charles Dad has got one. Yeah.
So what am
After
I
I
doing?
think that you wrote the number after. That is not correct. The one that with ED something. Yeah.
Yeah, the ED. Yeah.
ED 2555. Oh, so the 5 you type 3 5s. So
Oh,
you're supposed to use 2 5s.
okay, so there's it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Then just enter Abdullah. Enter, enter, enter. And then you cut the Abdullah.pub. No, so just type cut Abdullah.pub. Yes, so you just copy this and paste.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you guys for helping. I'm really happy. Good. And it's also good that you know the reason why we copy and paste things for you, so that you don't have to type it yourself. And even when you're typing, as soon as you type the ed, you just type tab will autocomplete and it will give you the correct word. Because just a simple mistake in a letter will cause you a problem. Okay, so let me continue sharing. This one, yes. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yep.
Good. So we have, everybody has created a file. Now, what I want you to do is to go to everybody's folder. So I go here. I'm in Ubuntu. I'll go to sudo su Abdullah. I tabbed. Yeah. I'm in Abdullah. And I want to be in Abdullah's home folder. Now, currently it says that I'm in Ubuntu's home folder. Yeah. So to do that, you just type cd and you are in Abdullah's home folder. Clear the screen. Okay. You don't need to clear the screen, but I'm clearing the screen so that you can see what I'm going to do. If I pwd, I'm in home Abdullah. That's where I want to be, guys. Yeah. And I'm in home Abdullah. And all I'm going to do is to create a folder. Okay. So if you list everything, ls minus alt, there's the folder is not there. I'm going to create one folder, and the folder is .ssh. If you want someone to come into a machine, you need this folder. To prove you that, let's go to let's exit, go to Ubuntu and list Ubuntu everything. You see that this folder is there. I need this folder before the user that I'm going to allow to access my house, they need this folder before they can actually do that. Okay, so I'm going to clear and I'll go to Abdullah again. So I'm going up cd, clear again, and then I'll do mk. I'm running this as Abdullah. I'm not running it as anybody else. I'm running it as Abdullah. mkdir dot ssh. This is it. So create this folder in everybody's account. So I'm doing for Abdullah. If I list minus alt is there. See, the folder is there. When you finish, go into the folder .ssh and create a file called authorized key specifically. And I'm going to put the command, the exact name there. So we'll go and copy what is in Ubuntu. cd no ls.ssh. This is the name of the file. Okay, so in that folder you have to create a file called this. Okay, in that folder you have to create a file called this, and go back to Abdullah again. cd dot ssh, and then touch the name of the file, which is authorized key. Yeah. So now Abdullah has authorized key. In this file, is going to be where I'm going to put who is authorized to SSH. So who is authorized? So what I'll do is I will nano or vim this file, and I'll copy Abdullah's public key. So I'll copy it, insert it here. Yeah. So it has to be exactly the same. Nothing. If you change anything, this will not work. Okay. So in Abdullah, create an authorized file key in the .ssh folder, and I'm putting the lock. This is the lock that Abdullah is going to use his private key to connect. So everybody do this for me. So in my account, for myself, my account, go and create the folder in the upon account. Go into upon, log in as upon, create .ssh folder, create the file, and in the file put my public key. Okay, so then I will save it. Okay, so now if I cut authorized keys, it has upon Abdullah in it. So the Abdullah user has the Abdullah SSH public key in the authorized key file. So do for upon. When you finish doing for upon, raise your hand, and then we can continue. Sometimes George likes to scare Pepper with Mr. Dinosaur. George shares his food with Mr. Dinosaur. Good night, Pepper. Good night, George. And good night, Mr. Dinosaur. When George goes to bed, Mr. Dinosaur is tucked up with it. George's favorite game is throwing Mr. Dinosaur up in the air. Yeah means no. I'm okay. I'm okay. Yeah. I'm okay. I don't want it.
It doesn't come back.
So yeah, Joe can come here. You can come here.
Yeah, I wanted to pull him, but he was
Locked.
locked and I didn't show where.
Right, Paul, you're there. Paul, your hand is down. Put it back up. Now, Paul, I want you to copy your EC2 address and put it in the chat. Put your name first and the address. Okay?
Okay. Yeah. What do you mean by EC2 address?
Am I still sharing? Yeah.
Yes, but
So
I'm saying, what do you mean by EC2 address?
If you go to the EC2 that we created, the instance, so the one that we tagged SSH, I need the address, the public address.
The public IP.
Yeah. It's an address.
Oh yeah, I got it.
You can copy the DNS, public DNS or the IP. But when you give it to me, I'll say upon, so that we know which one is for. I'll put my name first and I'll paste. Yeah? So this is mine. This is my public IP. When you finish doing the SSH, Paul, you didn't put the IP itself. You just put Paul's IP. You need to, when you finish, then you put your IP. So Paul is finished. He's giving me his IP. Let everybody finish first, and then I'll go forward. Guys, this is taking a while. You are creating a folder in the Upon user with a file and putting some content in the file. How hard is that?
1 minute.
Anybody who thinks they are struggling, share your screen and then we'll help you quick. Alphonse is there. Alphonse got his IP.
So I'm getting an error saying that permission denied. Author cannot touch.
Share your
authorized.
screen. Share your screen. And one thing I do in my workplace is anybody tells me anything, I say take a screenshot of the whole page and share it, because something you're doing wrong is I can find it there. So share your screen. Yeah, you are not in this Upon's home folder. You are in Ubuntu's home folder. Upon cannot create any file in Ubuntu home folder. I told you to change into Upon's home folder. And this is where you're going to create the folder.
So this is where I'm to create the
list. Let's see, the folder is already here. So you've already created the upon s.ssh. So something happened, you left this. So go into it, cd.ssh. List, and let me see what's here. This is where you're creating the file. Why is it that upon has capital letter?
Huh?
The upon username has capital letter in front?
Yes, that's how I named it.
Well, capital letter, okay, it's okay. But normally, I like using small letters. It's okay. You just have to make sure that when you're telling someone to connect as upon, you need to make sure that they use capital letter. And that explanation. So just create your authorized key file here. You're typing, copy and paste. The thing is at the top. You're going to make a mistake, and it's not going to work. Did you create it in a home folder again?
What do you mean?
Right, I copied the name in the chat. Copy that, and because you're going to make a mistake. This is what people do. If you type it wrong, you make a mistake, it will not work. It has to be exactly this spelling. I know people like typing, but it's prone to human error. And then put my public key in it. So whatever tool you use, using Vim, Nano, what? Remember, we are touching before we Vim. You can also Vim directly. So if you Vim a file that doesn't exist, Vim will create the file for you. Okay, so instead of touch before you Vim, you can just Vim directly a file, and Vim will check if the file exists. It will Vim it. If it's not, it will create the file name and then give it to you, open it for you. So I just wanted you to know that touch does this stuff. So next time, just Vim, and Vim will check if the file name exists. If not, it will create it for you.
Okay. So what am I putting in here? Your
My
IP
public
address.
key, my public key that I put in the top. John Luke, you finish? Abdullah, where are you?
I'm now popping a public key. Your public key.
Okay. Is this a public key or public IP, Chris?
Oh, I thought that's your
I said
public
public
IP
key.
address.
Public key. You should understand what we are doing. We are creating public access. We are giving someone access to the machine. So what do you need? My key is what you put there, not my IP.
So where's your key?
It's in the chat at the top. Oh. Did you add your key? Yes, everybody add
yes,
their key.
yes, yes.
I added
I
my
see
key.
it now. Yes, seen. That.
Yes. What are you doing? Escape. Press the escape button. And then whatever you type will not be here anymore. So quit. Save and quit. Colon WQ.
Huh?
Colon WQ.
Colon WQ.
Yes. Now copy your.
What do you want me to copy?
Copy your IP address of the machine that you are working on and give it to me. Someone help him, please, guys. As I said, when I'm doing this thing and you don't understand, ask questions. Don't just sit there and wait for me. Ask questions.
Can I share my screen?
Yes.
So I hope that this is it. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Someone actually asked the question. This question. This is the second time you're asking as well. It's not nice. People are not paying attention. Someone really.
So I was having some issues. I was having issues. I was trying to delete users that I created, so I messed up on at a certain point.
Abdullah.
Yes, I'm trying to copy and paste the public key and.
So where is it? Have you copied it?
Yes, I've copied it.
Well, paste it then.
When I
but
paste,
you can't. You have to click insert first.
Before I insert, okay.
You haven't done it. You click I.
Oh, okay.
And then remove that. Vim, you can't use copy and paste. It has to be. I've told you terminal. You can't use mouse and key. Mouse doesn't work in any terminal.
So you can use command.
Keyboard. So Control C.
B.
Control C. The I is gone. I is gone. You need to basically quit this. Quit. No. To quit, you haven't learned Vim and you're using Vim. Guys, by now you should be able to just open Vim, put a word in it, quit, and if you not going to do this, I'm going to get frustrated. You should know how to use Vim by now.
Just escape first.
So click escape, colon, Q is when you want to quit and not save anything. So escape, colon, Q. These are the things that you have to learn. I'm not going to teach you this. Colon, Q, type colon and Q.
It's not. Colon and Q. It's not.
It's shift colon, and then Q. And then not capital Q, small q.
Yeah, shift colon Q. My this is not even on.
I didn't say shift Q. I said Q. Don't, if you shift colon, remove your hand from the shift button and type Q. I didn't say shift, hold shift and type Q. Remove your hand from shift.
My hands are off shift.
Now type Q. Right. Type shift colon again.
Yeah.
And then type Q. Enter. Close this terminal. Connect to the machine again. What are you doing? Okay, yeah, okay. Connect to the machine again.
I should connect to the machine again.
Yeah.
Is to SSH the other machine.
Pardon?
The machine that you created users on. Where did you create the users? Connect to that machine.
I don't understand.
Where did you create the users? Which machine did you create the users on? Go to the EC2. Which machine are we working on now? Select that one. Go to connect. Copy the example. No, we've this one only one.
Okay.
Go to here. Where did you upload the file to?
To
keys.
Yeah.
SSH keys. Okay, so go into SSH keys.
Okay. I should seed into SSH keys.
Yeah. Now enter and paste here. Control. Stop using paste as in paste. Control C, Control C, Control C. Everything you do, Control C. Control C, Control P. Use keyboard. Put the mouse away. Now, cut /etc/password. No space, no space. WD.
Oh.
Enter. This is where you created the users, and as you can see, the users are here. Upon everything is here. So go into change into upon. Log in as upon.
Okay.
It's sudo su upon.
I probably have the command.
Okay, now and cd, list everything here. Everything means ls and more. You add more to ls. When I say list everything, it's ls space dash some parameters, ls dash space dash alt. Okay, the .ssh file is here. You probably might have made a mistake, so remove this folder. So you will do rm -r space .ssh. Okay, now create it again, mkdir .ssh. Now go into the SSH file and vim authorized keys. Copy the name from where I put it. This is what I was talking about, guys. You can touch and vim, but you can vim directly. What vim will do is it will check, not this, no, we are creating a file. Follow this thing. Come on, guys. We are creating a file. We are not putting a content in a file. We are creating a file name. Okay, so vim, the name of the file is authorized keys, and it's in the chat. It's in the chat as well. In the chat, go to the chat.
I think I have a authorized key. Didn't I? No, I didn't.
No, chat. Teams chat. Teams chat. Go to the Teams chat. Go to the Teams chat. And scroll up. Down. You're going too far. There. Copy this. And just type vim and paste. Vim space paste. What it's doing is it will check if the file already exists. It will open it. Paste. Control C. Paste. Command C.
It's not.
You need to use the command button on your Mac keyboard. I think with Mac you use command, and Windows you use control.
Command is still not coming.
It's not going to work like this.
Yeah.
Right, guys, let's follow along. We can come back later. Because how are you going to type all of the things that I've pasted there? It's not going to work. Because if you can't paste, it's not going to work. You can't type the whole of the. We're going to paste that one as well. So if paste is not working, then let me share my screen and let's follow on. We can come back later, Abdullah. Yeah.
Okay.
Because now, how are you going to copy the SSH key, public key, and paste it here if your copy and paste is not working? Try it and let me see.
Oh, okay.
So find upon. Yeah, it's there. I can see it. You've gone too far. Upon is the first one. Come down. There. I'm the first one. If paste is not going to work, this is not going to work. We're not going to sit here.
We'll have to wait for Daddy to Daddy. I think he needs internet.
So I need to press I first to insert. Yes, so you can clear the I. And then try and paste. Command paste.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah. Let's go.
It's not coming.
Paste is not working, then we have a problem. So let me share my screen and let's follow along. Let's go along. He will join later. All right. Can you see my screen, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. So everybody has given me their IP address, and I am upon. Okay. So I can now come into your machine. Paul, your hand is up. Is it on purpose?
No, it is not published.
This is Peppa's best friend. Peppa. Peppa.
She wants to watch Peppa Pig, Joshua. I've watched all the Peppa Pig in the world because
I
of you.
know.
For you to do it with someone else. I had to watch Peppa Pig with you, Joshua.
No, you didn't. And I had to watch it with Florence.
Go and give me the suction machine as well. Right. So from Ubuntu, I want to go into Alphonse's machine.
Where is it?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm doing it from Ubuntu for a purpose. On a purpose, yeah. So I'm going to use the SSH -I. Where is the identity file? It's in home.upon. So I need to find home upon, and I'll say I want to use upon. The file name is upon, isn't it? Oh, one thing we haven't done. 1 minute. Let me go sudo su upon. I can actually do it from here. So I have my upon 2 files here. So let me try from Ubuntu and see. SSH -I home home upon, and the file I want to use is upon, OPPON. Yeah. And I want to connect to the machine, this one. So this is the address. Okay. But which user am I going to connect as? Upon. So if you typed the name of the user, it has to be exactly the same name. So Alphonse, did you use capital letter or small letter?
Small letter.
So I'm going to use, you see, the file name doesn't have the pub, it's the private one. So there are two. One is the public one, which is the lock. No, don't tap his head like that. Tap his, okay. I'm using the private one. I gave you the public one to put in your machine. So this is the lock. This is the lock on the door, and this is the key to open this lock to allow me to come. So you put, I gave you the public key, and I'm going to use the private key of this public key to come in. Okay. So the machine will then check, okay, against this, for this user, it will go and see if this is part of the authorized people to log in. Okay. And I say enter. And it's what it wants to do, a handshake, which is the fingerprint. You say yes, and voila. Public key denied. Yeah, permission denied. Do you know why? Because we didn't do the chmod. Okay, the chmod. We need to change the public key. So let me go back to the file. Let me, in fact, sudo su. I can actually do it from here. I can just do it, copying this, and then I will say chmod 400. Okay, Ubuntu can't do it, so let's do it from upon. So upon want to log in, so and then I'll say chmod upon 400. Sorry, 400 upon 400 upon ls minus alt. Now upon file has the right permission. Let's see. I'll connect from here. So I'll copy again from here. And voila, I'm in your machine. Alphonse, I'm in your machine.
Okay. Yeah, can you create like a small thing? Then we check. Okay, I'm like, okay, let me check on my end.
Touch, you are not understanding this. .txt. Now share your screen. Share your screen.
Why are you attacking him?
Alphonse, share your screen.
Sharing in 3, 4, 0. You should be able to see my screen. Are you?
Is anybody seeing Alphonse's screen?
No.
Now we can see your screen. Okay. So CD, just go into the home folder.
After you made me remove my screen, now you're like return. Okay. There.
Now we can see now.
Share.
Oh,
okay.
you left again.
Yeah, because you were saying that you couldn't see it. All right. So I'm there.
We can't see the screen. Let's see. The screen is not here yet. Okay, we can see your screen now. We can see your screen now. We can see your screen now.
All right.
Now just go into the home folder.
Okay.
And list everything. List everything. Everything.
LT.
You see, the file that I created is there.
Yeah. Now I understand. Can I rename it? And now I understand.
Yeah. Now, yeah, you can say now you understand. You can rename it. and to rename a file, you use touch. So touch, or you can actually use move mv. So use command mv. mv.
Okay.
Not move.
Okay.
mv. And then you are the file that you want to move. Remember, what move does is it's moving it from one location to the other location. But when it moves it, it touches it first, isn't it? And while it's touched it, it will make changes to it if you asked it. Okay. So move, and then this is the file you want to move. Where do you want to move it to? I want to move it to this same location, but while you're moving it, change the name. So type the new name, which is I am understanding it. Now understanding it here. Yeah, that's the new name. So I'm moving this file from this location to this same location, .txt. But while I'm doing that, I'm changing the name in the process. No, don't put dot. That's it. And then enter. Now list everything. You see? Yeah. Now type who. See, there are 3 people connected to your machine. One person from the same IP, and my upon is also connected. The purpose of today was this, just to introduce you to SSH, but doing that, we've done a lot as well. So you can then allow everybody else to come in. So if you want to also all practice, now I want you to now we got maybe I can use maybe 30 minutes or 2 minutes to introduce you to something that we can do tomorrow. Who here can agrees with me that doing this for about 200 machines is a lot of work? Who agrees?
I agree.
Even if it's one machine and you're doing it for everybody in your team or in your company, everybody needs a user. And to allow people to connect with their own username, this is what you have to do. Because it's not best practice to share keys. Hold on. Okay, so everybody agrees with me that doing this was hard work, very hard, a lot. And if you're in a company, and if you need to do this for 200 people, and if someone leaves the company, you have to delete their user so that they cannot come in again, and so on and so forth. It's very, very hard to do. Very, very, very hard to do. So, hence scripting. We script it. We write a script that will create a user for us. We write a script that will create a user. It will do everything that it needs to do. All we need to do is to probably ask the user for their public key. So if someone joins the company, we will tell them that they should create a public key, an SSH key, and give us their public key. Okay. All they have to do is to give us their public key. And then we will we'll go to our machine, and then we run a script, and the script will go and create the user for us with everything that is needed for the user, everything in it, including adding the key to the authorized key file. Okay. Hence scripting. Okay. You can use Python, and this is the programming part. You can use Python to do it. You can use Go. You can use Linux, Bash scripts to do it. And this is where I want you to get to. I wanted us to use a specific part of Linux to learn how to script, and user management can also help us so that we are actually learning how to script and also managing users at the same time, learning Linux and learning programming. That's the purpose of this. I think we should come back tomorrow and do the scripting. I really do want people to be able to get to the stage where they are able to create users. Create the EC2 machine, create it 3 million times, create a user. Because remember, you cannot script something you don't know. Before you can script something, you should have been able to do it manually before. Okay. In DevOps, everything is configuration management. You have to you're managing configuration, config. And to manage config, you need to know. And this is how you can troubleshoot. Because after you run the script, the user is created. But during the script, maybe things have changed and it's failing. The script will fail. At one point, it will fail. Maybe something has changed. And if you don't know how to create a user and you just use someone's script and now it doesn't work, you'll be like, oh, what do I do to fix this issue? And that's why I always say, before you can actually automate something, you need to know what that thing is. Okay, you need to know what that thing is, and you need to know, you have better understanding of exactly what that thing you are automating is. So on that point, I think we can end it here. Tomorrow we'll pick it up from scripting, but tomorrow I'll let everybody create an EC2 instance and add people's public key in it. Okay, we will do it together. Or I can also say that go and do it. I have all the files here. I want everybody to create a new public key. So basically, create a new EC2 instance, SSH into the new EC2 instance, create your own user, that's all, your own user in that instance. And then that user public key, create a SSH keygen, create a public key, and add the public key to the chat, a new public key. This one, it will have your name dash new. The public key will have your name dash maybe today's date. So it will be, let me share my screen and do this one for you. So I'm going to create a new public key. And this is what I want it to look like. So a new EC2 instance, delete this EC2 instance, delete it completely, and create a new one. So in upon, I created my user upon ls clear. Yeah, I created my user upon, and what I'm going to do is, okay, let me go to history. I will then, okay, upon doesn't have the command.
You're still in the Alphonse's machine, I think.
Oh yes, thank you. Thank you. You need to know where you are. History. Okay, well done. Thank you. So I'm going to create another one, another key, and this key I'll call it upon underscore today's date 22nd underscore 06 underscore 2024. Yeah, so I'm creating a new key. Enter. I'll leave it where it is. Enter. I'll not add any phrase. Enter. Oh, I didn't specify a name for this key. So what's going to happen is it's going to give me a default key name. So if I ls, it put it in the SSH key. So default, it will put the key here for you if you don't specify any name or path. So then I need to go into the SSH folder, and if I ls minus alt, see, it created a default key. Okay, it created a default key. I can create a new one, and this time around I will not do that. So I can create a new one. It's asking me for a name and a path. I'll just put this, copy and paste. This way, I'm saying that create it in this location with this name. Enter, enter, enter. And if I list everything, it's here. You see, it created it and it left it in this name. So that's the difference between not passing anything and passing something. If I do it again and I don't pass anything, what do you think will happen to this file? Because the default name that it will use is this. That means that it will go and remove this file and create a new one. So be careful. If you have a default one and you're creating a new one, there's a big chance that you will lose the old one and a new one will be put there. Okay, so in the SSH folder where it puts the default, you need to be careful if you have a default name already there, because if I create another one with upon now, it will come with a new content, and that one will not be able to access our phones. Okay, it's this file and what is in it that can access our phone. If I change this now, it will not go. So when I'm creating a new one, I need to make sure that the name is not exactly the same as this, else it will not. Or I rename this first before I create a new one. Be careful. So you create a pub with the new name and share the content here. So cut upon, and then you put the content here. This is yours. I'll put mine here. So tomorrow, I want everybody to create a new EC2. I have your IP addresses here, so I need a new one. A new EC2, my user with my key, which I've just given you here, my new key, and basically do for everybody as well. Okay, create a user for everybody. Learn how to do this. Learn how to create a user.
OP.
Yeah.
So the moment you end the class, the chat disappears. So I don't know if we would have to put it in the WhatsApp chat instead.
Yeah, you dear Debia, you come up with this nonsense. Right, I'm going to create a file, and it's going to have all this information in it. So history. Then I'll copy this.
No, I'm not even talking.
No, it's okay. I was going to do this anyway.
Everyone's SSH keys.
I was going to do this anyway, so I want to put everything in it at once, and then I'll share. So if anybody's looking for any command, it's here. Oh, I didn't add the user add command. Okay. I need to add the user add command. So this user add, obviously we know what it does, and this one we know what it does. Okay. And I'm going to put this in the chat, in the text, in the Google Sheet thing. Okay. So it's here. My key is here. Everybody, you can put your key in the WhatsApp group for other people to use. Okay. Yeah, put your key in the WhatsApp group for other people to use. I can actually copy my key and put it there.
Yeah, come back.
This is mine, okay? And that's it. All right. Thank you very much, guys. It's been very nice, and some people really do need to put on the practicing hat. One thing that you know that you've done, you need to do it over and over and over. If you need support, just call me during the day, find time, and then let's do it together. Okay. During the week, text me, WhatsApp me, and say, Bernard, do you have time this week? You can spare maybe 30 minutes with me to work on this. I don't understand this, or I don't understand that. If I have time, I'll tell you. If not, I'll probably tell you something else. Right then, let's stop sharing. Any questions?
Yeah, go on. Yeah, before we go to scripting, if you want to add more than one public key to the authorized thing, what do you do?
Oh, okay. So let's go to upon. I will add someone else's cd.ssh. I want people, if everybody has done this, you can connect to my machine as well. Yeah. If you've done this, and if I have authorized keys, I don't have authorized keys. So I'll vim authorized keys. Okay, I can't even tab it. So I'll go and copy. I don't want to type and make a mistake. Vim authorized keys. Yeah. And I'm going to put Abdullah in there. So in this authorized key, I can actually put anybody I want to use, anybody who wants to log in as upon. So you, when you're logging in, you can't log in as your own name because the key is in the upon user place. Okay. So I'll paste this and then I'll add John Luke. I'll add John Luke. Copy. And then I just enter. Yeah. And I can add as many people as I want. Remember, I didn't type, so I lost one here. I need to put it back. And I can keep adding. Enter. I've added Abdullah. I'll add Chris. I'll add Alphonse. Okay, so I've got Abdullah, John Luke, Chris, Alphonse, and Paul. Where is Paul? Yeah, and then I'll quit and save, colon, no, escape first, yeah, and then colon. W means I want to write. If I don't put W, whatever I've done will not be saved, and I put quit. If I just put quit, it will not save what I've done. But if I want to put W, this is Vim, it will then write to the file and then quit after. I can actually just do W. It says I have written to the file. It's written there, written to the file. Okay, but it didn't quit the file. It says I have saved. Quit. W says save it, save my work. Okay, and it says, oh, I've done it. I've saved it. Now, if I do this again and I quit, then it quits the file. But instead of saving before you quit, you can just do save and quit at the same time. That's Vim. So now if I go back into the file and Vim it again, the data is there, information is there. So escape W quit, I'm out of the file. Okay. So now I've given everybody access to use the user upon. So in your own way, you can do this history. You can go and use your SSH. So it should be SSH. Find the file, your name of your file. It has to be your name. The path of the file, but you're logging in as upon. So I'll give you the public key. Guys, to find a public key of a machine, it's easy. You are in the machine. Okay. This is the public key. It's given you here, but it's put dash instead of dots. If you type if config, which is not part of this, it's not as a sudo user.
IP config. Oh,
No, it's if IP config is Windows.
okay.
So I'll go back as Ubuntu. If config. Okay, this is not what I should be doing. I'll install the net tools, which then will install ifconfig. But yes, you're right. In Windows, you type ipconfig, but here you type ifconfig. Voila, it gives you information about, and this is the private IP. No, this is the DNS broadcast. Public IP is where there. Yeah, that's the public IP. So I can go to the EC2 and go and find this information, or I can just install the net tools and then get the IP. So this is the IP. Where is it? There. Oh no, it gave me the private. Okay, what's going on? Where's the public IP? Where is the public IP? Seriously. This is the private IP. Oh, is it? Which machine am I in? This is not a private IP. 192.172. Yeah, this is a private IP. Where's the public IP? If you connect to a machine at the beginning, it tells you everything about the machine anyway. So if you connect to the machine at the beginning, it gives you everything. Well, it should. IP address for this. What's going on here? Where's the machine I'm in? 95. This is the private IP. The public IP. Right. Let's. This is not the scope. Find the public IP of EC2 Ubuntu. Oh, one big command. Oh, well, as I said, research. So there's a command. I'm in the machine, clear. A command that I can run, and it says dig. It's a dig. Well, this is the IP. You want me to add this to the, the document? You could go to the machine and find the IP, but you can also find the IP within the machine. Okay. I want someone, Alphonse, you're very good at editing files. Let me see. Let me give people right access so that you can make this file. Alphonse, can you give me your, Alphonse and John Luke, can you give me your Google account again so that I can give you specifically access to edit this file? And then you can then make this file nice and pretty for everybody to use. I know, Alphonse, you're very good at those things. So give me, I'll give you access. Okay. Put it in the chat. Yeah, so this is the command to run to find the public IP. So instead of going to the EC2 to go and find it, or go here and go and find it, this is 25432. If you come here, it gives me 25432. Yeah. So as I said, there's a lot of things you can use the command line to do. Okay. So I digress. Sudo su upon cat, okay, cd cat authorized keys. No, it's in .ssh, authorized keys, and everybody is there. So now I've got the IP address. I'll share here. What you have to do is to make sure that you're connecting to this machine. Someone share their screen. Chris, share your screen. Chris, are you there?
One minute.
We are finishing now. Now you're in your server. Yeah. I want you
Yeah.
to log in as upon. No, you can actually, you don't need to log in as upon. Log in as yourself. Did you create a user for yourself?
Yes, but I had issues, so I had to, you know, the thing with delete, not having the, when you try to delete it, it gives you some errors and all that. So the only user that I have right now is upon. I was trying to delete
Okay,
every.
Alphonse, share your screen. Alphonse, can you share your screen? Is Alphonse with us? Alphonse is not
It's
here.
shared.
Okay, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Now, nope, yes, we're here. Okay, so go into your user. So you have to quit here, exit, and log in as you. CD, go into the SSH folder, .ssh. Oh no, let's list here first. List everything. Okay, done. It's okay. It's okay. So you have the Alphonse here, okay, and this is the public key you gave me. It's here. So now SSH -I Alphonse. So you are using the Alphonse public key, a private key, but you are logging in as upon, because so you need to put my name upon. You are logging in as upon, yeah, because I've given you access to use my user. That's why I put your public key in my user, okay, and then copy my IP address and put it there. So in a nutshell, Paul, your answer is yes, I can put multiple SSH. But what I've done is everybody who logs in will be using my user. Okay, so they'll be logging in as me. Okay, so now you are in my machine as me, not as you. Everything you do here will be associated to you, to me, not you. So when you add someone's public key to your authorized keys, that's what you've done. Nobody will know that it's Alphonse that is actually running these commands. It will all be upon. So write who, type who. See, upon has logged in twice. So if I come into the machine, I'll see that upon is logged in twice with IP address in different countries. What's going on? You get my point? And that's why it's good to give every user their own user. What you've done here is more or less like giving your access, your key to someone else. Okay, that's what you've done. So no, don't do that. In some cases, it's allowed. I've done that a couple of times with some server that I don't care. I want all these people to be able to do the same thing. I can throw the server away. But in a production machine, I will not be allowing two people because I cannot actually do anything. Does it answer your question? Paul?
Yeah, 100%.
Good. So yes, you can do it, and this is how you do it. But no, don't do it. Unless, as I said, it's something that you create a user, a machine, everybody can play in it. Then you can go to authorized key for Ubuntu and add everybody's key to Ubuntu. So everybody can log in as Ubuntu. But for auditing, unfortunately, you will not be able to. You will not be able to know who did what at what time and all that. So it's best that we know if upon comes in, it comes in as upon. If Chris comes in, it comes in as Chris. It may, in a sense, I know that Chris is doing this, Chris is doing that, this person is doing that. Because when Alphonse now logs in as me, he has every permission that I have every permission. Yeah.
Yeah, I've logged as well and created a file. And I can't beat that fight maybe.
Okay. Good. Okay, let's finish it here, guys, today, and we'll continue. So tomorrow, your task is that I have given whoever put their email address in PG PhD at Google access to this file. Please do not delete these things in this file. I just want you to make it pretty. If anything, take a copy. Take a copy first. Hey, Maza, take a copy first, and then make it pretty. Okay. There are some things that we've done. You can add it to it and stuff. There are some things that we haven't done, copied and pasted, that you think is not needed. Fine, but let's make this file pretty. So copy it, put it somewhere, and start working on the file so that everybody has a very good view of what's going on. Okay, bye-bye. See you tomorrow. We will do scripting. We will then be able to run a script to create all these users, put their public keys there quick, and not do this tedious work. All right. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow. Abdullah, if you need me, let me know.
Okay. Yeah? Okay.
All right. Cheers. Bye.
If you need me to